So we're watching this show, and it's like 4 seasons in. So we're watching this show, and since I'm stealing the Hulu code.
Whose Hulu code are you stealing?
I think I'm stealing my friend Chad Benson's Hulu
so you're
code,
on Chad's
if I'm correct.
Hulu. Got it.
All right. And, Chad's cheap enough that he's not paying for, the no ads thing.
Oh, yeah. He's in the low plan, so you got to listen. You got to watch commercials.
Right. So we got to watch commercials. They're like 90 seconds.
Right. They're not the same commercials they play on TV. They're like
not.
streaming-only commercials.
Yeah. I wanted to throw my television away last night. I wanted to. It's like watching a Cardinals game. They blow a 40-0 lead, and you just want to kick the TV, right?
Yeah.
Everything was a campaign ad.
All of it.
Dude, every single commercial was a campaign ad. Not 90%.
No.
All of it. And you watch Hulu so you can binge it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I must have seen 40 commercials last night.
Got to spend the extra money. Maybe we should all spend the extra money around just election years.
I mean, my goodness, I don't care what it takes. I've got to pay for the better, subscription. Or they don't pay for it. But that's the point.
I got to get Chad to pay for it.
I know. I got to get Chad to pay for it.
Come on, Chad.
The question here is, I think all of you are feeling that. Like when you're watching regular TV or you're listening to the radio or you're streaming something. So I'm streaming Only Murders in the Building, and I am watching ad after ad after ad after ad. And I'm like, I'm starting not to enjoy Only Murders in the Building.
The answer is yes, and the answer is it ain't going away. Because Arizona is a swing state. And I think most people know, especially when you're streaming, the advertisements are targeted to your zip code, if not sometimes your block.
Okay.
They can target them like that. So the ads are targeted ads just for your community, what might be a way to put it. We're talking a lot of money.
Yeah, but is it more money than in the past?
Yes.
Am I seeing more of these awful ads for both sides than in the past?
I think it's twofold. One, there's more money. Yes.
Okay.
We're talking about here in Arizona, the combined spending is over $50 million. That's just since August. That's a lot of ads. And that's TV, radio, and streaming. Yes, are there more ads? Yes, because they're spending more money. But here's where I think it's getting to you. It wasn't that long ago where you could skip ads all the time.
That's right.
It wasn't that long ago when that was a thing.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They figured that noise out, didn't they? And you can't skip these ads. So you have to watch them. And a lot of these have figured it's more economical to put your money into a streaming ad that you're forced to watch 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 60, whatever it might be, as opposed to in another traditional form where people will skip through it.
Started to mute the ads.
Okay, that's one way to do it.
That was one thing that we did because we didn't really notice. Well, we started to notice after the second set of commercials. Oh, they're doing this again. And then my wife and I are looking at each other like, I don't want to look at these faces. I don't care. I don't care what side of the aisle. I don't want to see it.
Here's one of my favorite things. And you can watch it with the sound off and figure it out. Is the ad in color? They're about to tell a happy, positive story about somebody. Is the ad in black and white? You won't believe what they've done to America.
So, can I tell you?
Yeah.
The only ones that I remember from last night,
please,
black and white.
Oh.
Those are the negative ones.
I don't remember what they said, but I remember the black and the white.
Yeah, black and white are the negative ad. They have to show you a contrast.
But just
bad and evil.
So how many days until the election? We got 29 or something like that?
Yeah, less than a month. Thank goodness.
Okay. You're driving in your car. Mm-hmm. You've got your radio on. You're listening to us. You're probably going to hear some political ads.
Yeah. They're going to be there.
You're driving in your car. All the political signs are on the side of the road. You want to just burn them all down, but you know it's against the law.
It is against the law. Don't do that.
You go home, and then you want to stream Only Murders in the Building. Yep. And instead of seeing Selena Gomez, you're seeing Carrie Lake. And to me, that's not good.
That's no way.
I don't want to see Kamala. I don't want to see Trump. I don't want to see any of those people.
Can't get away from it.
And then we are just bludgeoned with texts and calls.
Oh, we didn't even bring that up.
Which has been awful. I mean, Becky Lynn has been I don't know what you've done, but whatever you've done is the right thing.
Well, they've somehow have gotten my email address.
Well, I've been giving them your phone number.
Oh, well, no, they
Every time I get one of those texts, I go, have you texted Becky Lynn? Here's her number.
they do have my email. I've discovered.
Okay,
I am getting that.
Yeah, because I get 3 or 4 a day.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Broomhead today at 8:50, like normal, for the Big Q.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to him a little bit about this. He said after you vote, those texts and calls, they'll disappear, or they'll at least go down.
Oh, so like if you vote early?
If you vote early.
Like they take you off the list?
That's what he
Oh,
said.
my God.
How
When
do
can
they
I
even
vote?
know?
Let's go.
I told him I wanted to vote today.
By the way, today is the last day you can register to vote.
Yep.
Important safety tip for any of you out there. You're still thinking. You can still register as of today.
And you can check to make sure that you're on the early voting list.
I went and did that.
I did too.
I went and did that.
Yep.
It's pretty. Why can't I think of the website?
Well, you can go to maricopa.gov and
There you
it'll
go.
take you right there.
And by the
there's
way, we
speed
have
ballot
people that
ready.
live in Pinal County. If you live in any of those surrounding counties, you do the same thing.
So the
and then
deadline to register to vote is today.
Today.
Midnight tonight, 11:59. And then I think Wednesday, early voting starts.
Yes.
October 9.
This Wednesday.
Yes. Yes. This
Oh,
Wednesday.
I will vote 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning if it means I get cut out of these stupid calls and texts.
Yeah, but it just never disappears. It's everywhere. You can't even watch your shows.
The amount of money is staggering.
But if you want to even scroll through social media, that's what you see. It's just every second almost of every day, no matter where you are.
It took a while for it's not just politicians. It is right now. Please don't get me wrong. But it took a while for marketers, and let's be honest, what they're doing is trying to market a candidate to you. Or market an issue.
We already know how we're voting.
I get
These
that.
ads don't do anything.
But for the longest time, one of the things you heard in the ad industry was, how do we get in front of people? Because they've created all this technology to avoid our ads.
Force them to watch it.
Live sports was one of the few things. Well, now, with all these streaming services figured out, you're going to pick the cheaper of the two, and you're going to sit through ads now. So you're right back to can't get away from the ads.
So Kamala is outspending Trump.
It's about 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah, it's about 3-1.
Okay, but that's necessary because she jumped in the race late.
You can
when
make
they
that
fired
argument.
Joe Biden, she had to send out all these. She's got to put ads out there.
Well, you can make an argument that she still has the opportunity to tell her story. Trump's story is what it is, right?
No, absolutely. Yeah. No, I think that's true because people who don't watch or listen to politics every day, they're like, okay, I know she's the vice president, but I don't really know anything about her.
Yeah.
So she had to do that.
Do you know since July 22nd, the day that Biden got out of the race,
You mean he was fired?
the day he got fired, till September 31st.
So we're going mid-July to September to end of December.
Yeah.
Mid-July
End of September.
Mid-July to end of September.
September 30th, apologize.
That's good.
Okay.
Mid-July to end of September.
$930 million spent on ads in just the 7 swing states.
Oh, my goodness.
See, if you lived right now in Montucky, for example, or the great state of Tennessee,
you can watch Only Murders in the Building and not get saturated with this stuff.
they're going to be trying to sell you Tide and Pampers and Fords.
Oh, and I'd love to see a Pampers commercial
You
right
know?
about now.
They're not running political ads there because, for lack of better terms, you don't count.
No.
You might get some of the local races, but you're certainly not getting the Harris-Trump stuff. We're getting it because the state is still in play.
How many
Good news,
days
bad news.
until the election?
Didn't we say 29?
Is it 29? But who's counting?
Yeah,
Is it
exactly.
30 or 29?
It's less than a month.
Okay.
It is less than
29?
a month. Fair enough.
Holy cow. Yeah, I can't wait because it's everywhere. It's everywhere you look.
It is.
It's streaming. It's on TV. It's off TV. It's on your cell phone. It's a text.
It's
a
on street
call.
corners.
It's on street corners. And I'm just like, we all know how we're voting.
I saw a strategist, and if you want to talk about the numbers, here's a real number. Mm-hmm. This guy said in the 7 swing states, okay,
Where almost $1 billion has been spent on ads.
7 swing states combined, it's roughly 350 to 400,000 people over those 7 states that are still persuadable. That's what they're spending money on.
$1 billion is being spent on 350,000 people who aren't sure who they're going to vote for.
It would be a lot easier and a lot more lucrative if you could just tell them, I'm undecided, and they send you a check for $5,000 and we move on.
So one of the things that they're saying, though, is that it's not necessarily people who are undecided who they're going to vote for. It's
also
people who are undecided if they're
gonna
even
vote.
going to
motivate.
vote.
You got to motivate them to vote.
Get them out there.
I hear you.
All right.
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.